Alright, it's getting a bit cold, man. Finally at the gym. Man, this is crazy, man, this whole time. But I'm gonna do a quick little hour session on my arms, chest, shoulders, upper body. My first session for the week. I will be signing up for Pure Gym when I'm in London, just to keep the momentum up. So yeah, that's it, man. I'm here at the second location. I used to have this thing that stops me basically covering from the APRs. And I've lost it now. So now I've got to figure that out. But anyway, yeah, quick little gym session, make sure I've got everything I need. My Oyster cards, so I've got public transport when I'm there. So I've got to make sure that I've got everything I need. And then yeah, I've make sure there's nothing that I don't really need in the van. The most stuff is clothes really, I've just washed. Nothing really valuable apart from my mic and my hard drives. I'm gonna move it to a more discreet place. But yeah, everything's calm now. I'm just gonna just take my blazer shirt and tie it off and put this hoodie on just to go and train. And yeah, this 34-day journey has been crazy. I remember like just before I came, my family was like against me going back to Scotland. They was like, "What are you doing? This is crazy." Da, da, da. I had no job when I came to London. I ended up wanting to stay for five, ended up staying for 3 weeks. Trying to sort my lockup out. It was just stressful trying to find work. And then obviously I found a new job while I was there. And then when I left, I had two jobs. One job was with Amazon, and one job was with GXO. So I was still kind of doing the onboarding thing for Amazon. And then GXO now, obviously I've talked about it in my other videos, went there and I failed the alcohol test. So that pissed me off the most because I got all that way. I was literally fighting to leave and it was just crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what am I going to do? So obviously I have a £500 credit card. I got to use that to build my credit. That's my one tool. But I literally had no choice. I used the little money that I had when I was working in London. I used it to just tie me over for the last first few weeks before I got paid for my new jobs. So I used money to my credit card money to pay what I owed in the gym because I needed to shower. And then I paid, it was for good reasons, by the way, and I paid for my SAA badge. So as soon as I got my SAA badge, I started getting work straight away. So that was the thing. I need to get some sort of work. Doesn't matter what it is. I need to get something that at least earning, because I got to pay things. Even though I've got a house, I still got to pay a lot of things. So obviously when I came here, I was still like just keep looking for jobs and just trying to get started. And obviously I started with two different companies that franchise with Amazon Flex. So I done the first one. I just got paid today. I didn't go back with them, and then I signed up with another one. And again, I just done 1 day with them, and I'm literally waiting on pay. This is the annoying thing because that basically that whole money that I just gonna get off them, I was gonna use that straight for the self storage. So now I've obviously paid for my way back here. I've paid for like my haircut. I've paid for just little bits and bobs, but I'm relying on that money, bruv. Like I mean, I need to make sure that it's getting brink right now, and you know what I mean. I need to get that sorted out. So obviously I'm working tomorrow in Twickenham, and then in the evening in Shoreditch. But on the Sunday, I want to try and go to that lockup and try and sort out what I need to sort out. And yeah, man, it's been tough. I'm not gonna lie, these 5 weeks has been mad. This van is just crazy. Like it's got a flat tire right now. I told you, obviously, it got chained up. You know what I mean? I got caught sleep. I've never been caught sleeping in it. Obviously, that was the second location. The first one's completely fine. Obviously, I've put my stuff in the locker because I got a lot of stuff. So my van is not big, so I'm trying to put stuff in the locker. But because the changing rooms were going through a refurbishment, they had the female and males changed over. So obviously, I couldn't get my stuff when it was changed over. It was crazy. So I don't want to create alarm for myself. I've got a nice little routine here. Go to the hotel, stay there. They're fine as long as I buy a drink. Even if I don't, you know, I wear a suit, so most of the time they're not gonna stop me. I'm in the gym every day. They got a cafe there, but I'm gonna reduce this. I think money is everything, right? So this is costing me £79 a month. So I'm gonna go back to Pure Gym for a month, right? And pay that £35, and then hopefully when my money gets right, I pay £300 for the gym group. And that'll just pay me for the year. So there's no monthly, sorry, expense on that end. I'm trying to limit as much expense as I can. So obviously, my main thing is paying off what I owe self storage for the last 2 months. I've got the money there, but again, I told you I'm waiting, so I'm gonna pay the fees. There's some fees I got to pay just to tie it over, and then obviously once that's paid now, yeah, I want to basically clear out the whole thing, just get rid of everything, the clothes, everything, just get it. So I just go into 26 fresh and say, okay, this took me like 13 months, right? 12 months actually. And then literally the 13th month, it's like I hit gold. I generally feel like right now I'm in a good position. So right now I ain't at the work situation. I do 4 days with Amazon Flex. I can do 2 days with this other company doing security. And I can do 2 days with another company doing security. And hopefully if I can get this MOT, so I've just pushed it now until January. I need at least 3 grand in total. So even if I have a grand or 5 bills, that's just getting the van in the garage, and I've got to make sure I know where I'm staying in that time. So I need to make sure I can get this money. That's it, really. Money's everything. I can pay the debts off. That's about 4 grand, and then pay this. That's 3 grand. Get this back on the road, and I can earn straight away through removals, whatever I'm doing with every deliveries. This is just the main two things, and then just get some savings under my belt. £300 a month is nothing. If I can get that, that's 1 month of expenses saved, and then get my 3 to 6 months. Both use the YBS, which is the limited access savings accounts where you don't have no card. So if I have the 3 to 6 and the 1 month, I'll be like, I'll be all right. And then my debts are done and my van's done. This is before the mortgage saving because I need to make sure I got a breathing room. No point having these things hanging over my head constantly. People ringing me down to pay this and pay that. I want to get it all out the way. Main thing is the debts, really. And obviously, this has to get sorted. I can't be driving with a flat tire. I can't be driving with no MOT. I've just about got away with it since May. I can't keep doing this. I'm trying my best, but it's all about cash flow. It's all about cash flow. So anyway, that's kind of my main remits, you know what I mean? And obviously once I get my mortgage, I get my van, I can do the van rentals, rent out my house. Then I'm in the asset game, right? That's what I'm trying to do, really buy my time back. It's not really about money, really. I still got to be frugal for at least a year and a half. You know what I mean? And that what this whole journey has taught me is minimalism is so key. Being frugal is crucial. Wherever how much money you make, it doesn't matter. You got to figure out what you're spending. It's all about your spending. And I'm lucky because I'm saving 90% of what I make. Yeah. If I can make my target of 3 grand net, then that's kind of what I'm looking at, right? So that's why I'll do all these different jobs and add them all up, self-employed, employed, because that's going to give me enough breathing room. So in a month I can clear, or 2 months I can clear the debts, get the van on the road. That will take me months and months and months to do if I had crazy expenses. So it's not about how much you make, it's how much you spend. So if your spending is low by default, and I can't do the sleeping in van for long. 6 months. I need to be aggressive, right? And I need to go back to London 3 days. I've got a crazy surprise. I don't know if I should even say it right now, but yeah, I'm gonna go back, come back. Like, I got a few jobs to work with when I come back the first week, Christmas week. And yeah, that's my main thing, man. Just make sure that the cash flow is coming in and I'm spending it what I need to spend on. My expenses are super low, my savings are super high. And yeah, the debts is the main killer because once the debts are completely gone, I can do a lot more stuff. Start saving properly, and what I mean, start really making money. But nothing happens before it's time. You know what I mean? And obviously, I want it to happen now. And it's just the training ground. You got to go through it mentally and go through it, go through the hardships for a reason. I put myself in this. I made myself intentionally homeless. Right? That's what the council call it when you lose your place by no fault of them. So it's like you. But I done it for a reason, man. I'm tough, and I feel like there's a lot of courage, a lot of discipline, a lot of resilience that it takes to even get to this stage. To say, wow, I've got a bit of income, it's all right, but I've still got to try. It's wobbly. It's not like I'm fixed where I'm like, okay, cool, I've got 1,800 a month. Bam, I can work around this, that, that. No, it's not. I mean, I've got 2 jobs that pay weekly, which is beautiful. But I'll probably live off one, and then the rest I want to hopefully when I get through the milestones I just mentioned, just start saving. Everything's just going to be saving and living on that £300 a month. So the monthly pay job, just got to rack up some shifts. There's another monthly which would be the deliveries once I get the van sorted out, and then again, like I said, the 2 weeklies. And obviously, yeah, I need to just get on this thing, man. So yeah, man, it's crazy, man. You know what I mean? And I just want to make sure that I'm keeping going what I'm doing, man. You know what I mean? This is not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. You know what I mean? I've been kicked out of gyms. I've been caught in the van. I've lost jobs. You know what I mean? The van's cost me money and the alternator, the battery, the tire. I've broken down. It's mad. I can't even just recently, I had a thing got chained up. I was fucking what? But everything happens for a reason. And it's there to test you to see, you know, not if it all goes wrong. I don't like that term because when things don't go to plan, when things happen unexpectedly, it's not even wrong. I would take that mentality out. because things happen that are out of your control. It's what you do about it that matters. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly do a quick gym session, and I'll see you on the other side.